Hello traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Tuesday, March the 11th. The year's 2025. Let's talk trading. Trading with Walmal. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and different from Walmal's. As always, have your risk management in place. Never lose more than you're willing to lose on any one single trade. So Walmal, we've had some fun trading this morning.
We did. I'm going to interrupt you for a second because I had said to you earlier that there was no red news. I forgot there was actually red news that just dropped, and that was the JOLTS job openings, and it was very good for the U.S. And hence the reason why we're getting such a drop in the pound dollar right now.
Okay. Let's see. We're near last week's close, just about 1.5 pips above it now, too, which was a candle top of last week. So we might fall out of that weekly wick zone. We put a week. Well, you know, price doesn't like to stay in the wick zone. And so there we have it.
Okay. I just went short at 25. And it's just a price action trade. No other reason. It's not because of any particular method. Of course, it's going against me.
Well, you had a blue stripe. Just for the traders out there, when we talk about the blue stripe, red stripe, let's see, where is it? It's this indicator here, TROHHLC, LLHC. That's higher high with the lower close, or a lower low with the higher close. So you can see here, this candle one here on the 1 minute chart put in a lower low, but it closed higher. Now, one caveat is, but it was a bearish candle. Here it's black, or if you're using red and green, this would have been red. That's one of the ones you might want to ignore, except it was coming off of this top here. So you can see we broke the top and then crossed back over. So getting a strong rejection. And you had a flip-flop box there. It'd be worth almost 2 pips.
I did. I was reacting to the way that the market was moving at the time, and I was wrong. I was looking just to go and do a smash and grab. So I did a smash and grab, except for I'm the one that got grabbed. That's okay. I mean, I took a loss there of 3 pips. It's going to happen. You know, and I was just taking a chance.
Oh, so you actually took that loss?
I took that loss, yeah. Exactly all the reasons you just mentioned.
Okay.
Like, okay, now I'm looking at the chart, you know, from a more practical method. It's sort of like, yeah, everything's going against me here.
Yeah.
why am I going to go and fight that?
Right.
That's just dumb.
Well, plus it crossed above that the M30 open. So not wanting to trade against the H1 and the M30 candle colors.
Right.
Especially, like I said, M30, because there's so many times M30 will cover and it'll be the opposite of the H1. So but the one thing about the stripes, the blue stripes, red stripes traders, sometimes it might take a while, but if you take all the signals, you'll almost always get out positive. But remember, these videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. But you know, even see if you took this blue stripe here, you took that blue stripe, and then you finally took this blue stripe right here, you probably would have been out with the profit. So And Walmal, it's going back your direction there.
It is.
And so on the 1 minute chart, yeah, you take the red stripe and blue stripe profits as soon as you can, especially if you're trading against a recent high or low. So right here, that was a recent high. So until it put in this recent low, most recent low, you would want to take your pips as soon as you could. So this was a recent high. You got this red stripe. You could have ridden it down. You got another red stripe. Could have ridden it down. And that's just the way it works. It's just simple
Yeah.
price action, higher high, lower low, where does price close? And I also have a little multimeter indicator that shows me if it's occurring on any of the time frames. We're going to say Walmall?
All I was going to go and say is that, and don't do what I do. This is how I mess it up. So I don't wait for the close of the candle. Wait for the close before you make your decision. Sometimes I get a little bit over anxious. I become a squirrel and I see the bright shiny thing and jump for it, and then invariably when I do that, I pay for it like I did before at the very beginning of this video.
Well, you know what
So it's
I might, oh, that's the multimeter. Let me see something here in the indicator. You know what? I might be able to make it so it will only do it on the
only painted
on
on
the
a closed candle.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I am a squirrel and I tend to do things like that.
Oh, you know what's funny on this? I don't have flip flop boxes. I have the flip flop flip boxes. Which in this case you go. So right here you had a white candle, a black candle, and a white candle. So that's a flip flop flip. I'm not sure why I did that on this chart. I think I was working. I think I was working on something.
We're just trying to learn. We do that so often, you know. So here we are back at that 25 line. I've been I've been saying it all morning to you that 25 line is got some it's got some meaning to it for
Yeah,
whatever reason.
psychological.
Maybe.
Uh, and the other uh, I guess trick on this one earlier in the day when it ran up through the launch pad and hit the 50 and reversed. Since it didn't, go above that 50, and close above the 50, I think that was a good indication it was going back to 25.
And I missed the trade, but we did have a flip flop box here at the 25. We could have gone short here and picked up a couple of bits. We would have been going against your blue stripe. Um,
Well,
and
that's
that
okay.
basically,
It's
yeah,
okay to go against the blue stripe.
yeah. Just, I would take it as a warning sign type of thing, whereas instead of trying to go for the long trade, go for the short one maybe. But
And
we're also running away from your one ball on the top.
hey,
Talk
we're
about five
um
candles stuff.
we're also hitting that the top of that weekly candle again. Let's see, does it reject it or does it penetrate? I would say, I think the way things are going, it looks like it wants to drop.
Yeah, I would agree with you. We've had a lot of days where we were going
Yeah.
So, and yesterday was a down day. We've had a pretty good update today, but I think my gut feel is that we're going to wind up in the middle of this candle right now. At the end of the day, uh, I've got no reason to explanation as to why, other than just experience. So I'm thinking that it's going to want to go down to 29.10, some 29.5, 05, something like that.
Hey, I'm going to have to bust you, Oracle. You said it was going to 1.3.
Yeah, I did say that. I also said it was going to go to 25.
Right. Yes, you did.
So, the reality is it's going to go one or the other, right? I didn't know which one, but I still believe that it's going to go to the 1.3. It's just a question if it does it today or if it does it tomorrow. Um,
Or by the end of the week.
or by the end of the week. But if you look at it as a daily chart, you just look at those wicks. Every wick, it's just a little tiny bit higher than the previous day. That's been going on now for like 5 days in a row. Before that, then we had those big candle ups.
Right.
Yeah, if you had taken that flip flop earlier that I called out, that could have picked up 4 pips on that. That would have been very nice. And
Right.
if you would have taken the blue stripe here and flip flop, because you had a flip flop, you had a blue stripe, you were going above indicator two, you know, if you had gone, the max you could have made on it was again another 4 pips, but it could have been a nice little trade, 4 pips.
Right.
And that's the thing. But I said this yesterday on yesterday's video. I'll say it again today. Sometimes the best way to do it is just take your 3, 4, 5. Just take. You don't need to go and make 20 pips on a trade. Just keep on taking your 3, 4, and 5 because just get in when you're supposed to get in, get out. As soon as it looks like it's going to turn on you, just take those little ones. Yeah, you heard me before. I was upset because I got out. I got, technically according to the chart, I got out too early. I only got 5 or 6 pips on the trade, something like that. And then it dropped another, 5 pips. But and then you can say, oh man, I missed those 5 pips. But the reality is, I got what I was expecting to get. Why am I going to get upset? Just take what you expect to get. Don't get greedy. And you saw me one time today as well, where I got greedy. What did it do? It wound up turning around on me, and I was up, 3 pips, something like that. I should have gotten out, got greedy, and next thing you know, I'm sitting there and I'm like -7 pips or something ridiculous like that. Then I had to go trade my way out of it. Yeah, I traded my way out, but who wants to do that? Just I could have just as easily just taken the 3 pips, made 3 pips there, then ridden the trade up in the other direction, made some pips that way, and then when it came back the other way, made some pips that way. As opposed to just doing nothing more than getting to the point where I'm getting out with, break even plus a little bit more. Who needs that?
Right. And we got 2 red stripes there, so looks like it wants to push this price down.
I think what we're seeing right here in terms of price movement is still reaction to the open of the hour with that news. It's still doing that, jumping up and down, and so I would agree that it probably wants to go down, but at the same time, the way it's moving, it's just still a response.
Yeah. And I just remember why I paint the stripe before the candle closes. That way you can be ready when you see it. So if as soon as that new candle opens, you can jump in before you miss out.
Right.
And speaking about missing out, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over, traders. So I hope you guys learned something from that little discussion. And always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.